What's up, everybody? It is Josh.
And Tyler.
And this is another episode of the Misplay podcast where we talk about anything and everything TCG related.
Yes, sir.
If you just saw our last video, we opened the Grand Creators box.
That literally just happened.
And we wanted to start this episode talking about it.
Air our thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, so mostly, spoiler alert, quite bad.
I'm frustrated.
Yes. So to put it into perspective, you and I found out about Grand Creators like a year in advance.
A week.
Sorry, not a week.
Yeah,
like
a long time ago. I saw the 3 revealed images and I immediately messaged you. I was like, this looks like a Sky Striker card, which is one of the Exo Sister cards. And you sort of had first pick and you're like, that's my set. And I'm like, and I was like, cool, I'm going to go with the other one, which turned out to be Brave Token. We eventually found out more about them and I disliked Brave Token and I moved slowly towards Punk.
Yeah, it's a set where we weren't, because like you talk about Secret Slayers and all those archetypes are great. We talk about Genesis Impact, all those archetypes are great. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the previous deck building sets are really great. And I do think like Exo Sisters I love. I think Punk is fantastic art-wise.
The art is incredible.
Yeah. Brave Token, obviously they're meta relevant, so they're good regardless of what I think. Mm-hmm. But the thoughts of negativity start to come in when you talk about Inzectors, and not in a way where Inzectors are bad.
No, I'm actually somewhat interested in that archetype. Being a Kamen Rider fan, it's always, referencing something I enjoy. And I've always had interest in that archetype.
Yeah. The issue we have is deck building sets. I don't know why, but now deck building sets are rares, super rares, and ultras. There's no secrets. Mm-hmm. And whilst it's cool that the fodder of the set are in rares, it's not commons.
There are commons.
Are they?
Yeah, I swear there was commons.
No, I think it's just rares.
But I don't care for rares. I'd rather a common over a rare.
Rares aren't a big enough bump from common to matter.
No.
So, irrespective of the rares, now every pack, you've got 24 packs in a booster set, which gives you 24 shots at a holo. There's only one holo per pack. That is, say, 21 super rares, 3 ultra rares. I've seen some people get 2. Most of the time it's 3. So it's not a good ratio, but that's fine. We've come to expect that with any set that's not just deck building sets. The holos, the pricey ones are going to be in a minority. The issue is Inzectors of last minute feels like they've been funneled into this set. Mm-hmm. And we both like Inzectors. I think they're a really neat archetype. I'm glad they got support. I'm glad they got reprinted.
Yeah.
Why'd they get reprinted in a deck building set for brand new archetypes to get brand new support?
Yeah. Interesting choice. I understand the creator card contest got pushed back a lot because of COVID. And I would have been fine if Inzectors got a lot of the common spots, because a lot of the common/rare spots in the deck build sets are usually for staple or tech cards that work with these archetypes, or that, make a basic version of the deck. So, for instance, what was the last deck build set? Genesis Impact had, what was that trap card of when you link summon, you get to destroy one?
Oh, it was like Signet Progression or something? I can't remember.
It was something like that. It essentially was a trap card of when you link summon, you can destroy one card your opponent controls, which is a trap card, which was supposed to tie into Live Twins, right? So they'll give you commons and generics and somewhat tech cards that could fit into these themes. Completely out the window, and they've just shoveled in Inzectors.
Yeah, it actually, now you mention it, it kind of feels like Inzectors took up the slots for those neat tech cards.
Yeah, and that haven't been reprinted in a while.
Yeah, like Solemn Strike is a fantastic reprint.
Yeah.
E-Telly getting reprinted is great, considering it may very well go back to 3, which is exciting. Torrential is always a good reprint. Those are the 3 main good reprints, but those aren't tech cards. Those are staples.
Those are staples.
So the main issue that starts to come in is, okay, Inzectors have been fuddled into this set. They've replaced some of those tech card slots. Mm-hmm. That sucks a bit, but at least I can build some, these 3 brand new archetypes. Well, you kind of can't, because the cards that you need for each archetype, whether that's Exo Sister, Brave Token, or Punk, they're in the holo slots. And we just opened a box that you guys saw. 7 of those 24 slots were dedicated to Inzectors.
Yep.
And that makes zero sense for me. If you want to reprint those in those rare common spots, go
Fine.
for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And like the tech cards that they usually fill the common or rare spots with usually aren't great and a lot of the time don't make it into the final decks. So if they just wanted the Inzektor cards in there and they gave just the new card a super rare, that is fine with me, right?
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. So the issue I have is, we get deck building sets because we want to build the decks.
Yeah.
And the closest, we've put them all together. We've split them up post-video of opening that. And Inzektor's by far had the biggest core, which is a bad sign if you're making a brand new deck building set for 3 new archetypes and Inzektors are the ones that get most of the cards. That doesn't make any sense. The second thing, which we haven't spoken about yet, is how it kind of feels... The pricing for Brave Token and Exo Sister and Punk feel artificially inflated because their go-to cards are now not short printed, but they're harder to get because those holo spots are taken up. 7 cards in the Inzektor archetype.
Yeah.
Like you've got 18 slots in this set to build 3 archetypes which are new out of an entire box. No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. Like we pulled the 3 ultras, which you guys, we're going to reference the video a lot. So if you haven't watched our past video, pause this, go watch the opening. It's not very long. We sort of just go through them real quick, then come back to this. So for the ultras, we pulled the new Inzektor card, a Punk card, and the Exo Sister card, which in theory we got 2 of the ultras we wanted, but like...
That Zektrite card should have been in like Battle of Chaos or Dimension Force. It shouldn't be in this set. It deserves an ultra rare. And absolutely.
But maybe I'm just going to play devil's advocate a little here because so far we're just shitting on it because we both have the same opinions. Maybe they thought, it's a deck build set. We'll give Inzektor fans a chance to build the set. But not in this.
Yeah, not in this. Like there have been other sets that are not deck building sets which have there were sets last year where they just reprinted. It felt like almost the whole
archetype, right?
Yeah,
100%.
You can do that whenever you want, just not in a deck building set because it makes no sense to me. When we built Dark Saviors, that was Vamps, that was Furhai, that was
our
Sky Striker.
First box, and that's what got us really, really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you were interested in Sky Strikers, I was interested in vampires, and I decided to build Furhai. That's usually how it goes. We're each really excited about one archetype, and the other one just sort of builds the leftover. And everything in there was interesting.
Yeah, every card in that was tailored to one of those archetypes.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be the argument where Inzektors being part of this set, it's more value for money. No, because that's where the artificial inflation comes into play. That's why Brave Token's so expensive. That's why it's 190 AUD for an Exo Sister deck core. That's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's these short printings of ultra. Why are there only 3 when in a mainline set we get 5 ultra rares, 2 secrets?
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense. Why is there only 3? And then why are they taken up by slots that aren't in any of these archetypes? And the other issue I have, which we both share, is why are not all of these new boss monsters, extra deck monsters, main cards not holos?
I was thinking the same thing, right? So for Punk, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce it because saying Punk feels weird. I might go Punk.
That sounds weirder.
Punk. So they have 2 extra deck monsters. A Synchro, which is an ultra rare. Good. And then a Fusion, which is a common. A fucking common.
It's a rare, but which is basically common.
Basically a common. Because I actually prefer commons over rares because I think the silver looks tacky and cheap.
I agree with you.
A fucking common.
It doesn't make any sense. It's a brand new card. Like, as cards get introduced, especially in a brand new archetype, it's your one of only 2 extra deck options. Why is it a rare/common?
Yeah.
It should be at least a super rare.
Yeah.
And like the rarities with Exo Sisters are inconsistent. Like 3 of them are super, 1 is rare. And then 1 of the extra deck monsters are ultra, 2 are super, 1's rare. That doesn't make any sense either. Yet we have 2 to 3 I think we have 3 or 4 actually Inzektor holo single cards, like that are just holos in this set. And that should have been left for those Exorcist of Punk and Brave Token cards.
Yep.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what they're doing. And I know we're in the minority because people love Inzektors. I like Inzektors, you love Inzektors.
But this is bad practice. This it isn't good if like Konami don't get a single cent off the third party market, right? But they want us to buy the boxes. But seeing this, I don't want to buy any more deck build sets. I went in blind. You looked at videos, right? Yeah. Now for the next deck build set, which we were really keen on seeing these like first images, I'm now going to have to look up and decide whether I'm even going to bother.
It's worrying, right?
Yeah.
Like, if we weren't doing the box opening, I wasn't going to buy it.
Yeah.
I would have been completely okay with not doing it, and probably in hindsight, probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, I regret it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of diminished our love for the deck building sets as a whole, which is, it really sucks because it's one of the things we look forward to. Like, something that we were going to do, you and I were going to put in a lot of work, a whole week just dedicated to Grand Creators.
We were potentially going to get 2 boxes.
Yeah.
And we were going to build decks purely based out of what we pulled from the boxes and do videos.
I was also going to tell you to get a third. I was going to be, I'm like, just get 3. And then when I started looking at openings, I didn't even want 1. Like, and it's diminished our love for it. And we're not going to do we were planning every deck building set, do a whole week dedicated, those booster box battles, they're super fun. Mm-hmm. We can just get 3 to 4 of them and just duke it out, have fun with it, build it the old school way, pulling it from packs.
Do it like a draft.
Yeah. And whilst, you still can do that, Inzectors are part of the set, Inzectors aren't anywhere on the box art. They weren't advertised. They're just kind of in there, and that's not the reason we wanted to buy this box.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Like, I was interested in Inzectors, and I thought, okay, they're in there. Maybe I'll build them if we get the cards. And now I don't want to build them out of spite.
Yeah. No, yeah, it makes sense. And before we go further with it, because we'll wrap up the rant shortly, we do play it casually competitive. Like, in the video, you'll see we kind of pan over to... They're just my decks. There's about 15 decks there. They're just my decks, which are for the most part ready to play. I've probably got another 5 to 10, which I'm currently building off camera. Mm-hmm. And you've got about 15, that you're kind of building on and off.
10 that are done, 5 I'm slowly building, yeah.
So we run a lot of decks. And it's because we run them pure, we don't have to make every deck meta relevant. Yeah. And that's why these sets are so exciting. And to not have that same excitement just kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
I feel so deflated and shortchanged. Yeah. I don't feel like... Because these deck build sets are really good to get new players in. Maybe they thought Inzectors would be great for new players. But I don't feel like... Even splitting it with you, and we can make content on it, we can do everything, I don't feel like I got my money's worth.
No, I don't. Because I've seen the Inzector core without Zektrike go for $12. $12. And that's a playset of every card except Zektrike. Like, that's not value. That's what I mean. It's cool that it's in there. It's a whole archetype practically, which is in there that you can build very, very easily. But it inflates all the other cards that matter. You can, and it's just, it kind of sucks. But I guess, because it's not going to be a super long episode, we just wanted to air our thoughts. We did have some good experience with Grand Archive. We did a test play.
It's too similar in the names.
Yeah, it kind of is. So it's the Grand, yeah. So I guess to wrap it up, because we will have, I'm just waiting on a new tripod and we will do a live duel. Mm-hmm. You've got to sort the print and play. But I guess to end on a good note.
Yep.
Let's talk. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it so far? Like
Grand Archive?
Grand Archive.
Okay. It's very interesting. Mm-hmm. It feels like a mixture between like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. Again, we didn't get to do a full duel. We're still trying to figure it out. Proper print and play version because I just printed off a cheap version at work. Very excited to play more. What are your thoughts so far?
I thought it was very interesting. It started off very slow, obviously, because we're learning a brand new TCG.
And we very much misplayed.
And so many misplays. That's the name of the game. And it did feel more Western. It did feel like it took up a lot of things from Magic the Gathering. Yeah. And I say Magic the Gathering not like it's specifically copying that, but just as a staple, Magic's kind of the grandfather to all the Western TCGs.
Like it's if you typically look at Magic, it's like, what have they done well?
Yeah.
How can we iterate on that?
Absolutely. But then the more and more we got into it, it felt very similar to YGO. And the more we started reading cards and the synergy they had, it's quite combo heavy.
Yeah.
Which you don't have it too much in Wixer so far. We've played quite a few times. There is combos there.
Yeah.
But it's more lingering effects.
I've been looking into that, so I want to talk about Wixers after this. But
okay.
yeah.
I can already immediately see that the combos can be extremely, extremely heavy, which I'm excited for because it lends into you want to play a bit slower, you can play a bit more conservative, you can. I'm going to do a whole video talking about Grand Archive because I've got a plethora.
You already have.
No, now that I've played it.
Now that you've played it.
But there are some concerns I have. You know, I want to go into it looking at it objectively.
Yep.
It's not perfect. I do think, maybe it's having to play it a bit more and get more familiar with the combos and what is optimal. But right now it does feel like there's a lack of draw power. And then it's trying to manage the... Because I was thinking about...
Because we could have been playing it wrong also.
Maybe. But I was thinking about the memory system and how that works. And whilst it is very unique and does allow you to make a big play, I was thinking about a lot of other TCGs which have a similar thing. But it allows you to draw 2 cards next turn, or like Magic the Gathering, or like Pokemon. The energy, the mana stays on the field. It doesn't go unless Pokemon you ditch it. This goes kind of regardless. You have to use it, and then if you want to use the materialized deck, you have to banish the stuff. So you're at a kind of a net negative all the time, and drawing 1 card isn't enough to offset that. And maybe it's, like I said, having to learn how to play it properly, learning how it balances itself. But that's already stood out to me. Like, I didn't have this issue with Wixis, didn't have this issue with Magic, didn't have this issue with Digimon. Even before we were drawing cards for each Digi-evolution.
When we were playing Digimon wrong.
That still felt balanced. And that is something maybe we're misplaying it, but...
No, I get you.
Yeah.
Like, from our first little duel, I'm like, I don't have enough cards in my hand to do anything because this will take 3 cost. I'm like, oh, there might be a potential combo here, but like, I just don't have the cost to play it.
Don't have the resource for it.
Yeah, and if I just pass, like I'm already behind as it is with my life points or with my character's health, I'm just going to keep going down and falling down the hole. So it's like, I need to make a play now, but I don't have the resources. So it just felt strange. So again, we may have misplayed it, but I'm still excited to play it again.
Oh, absolutely. Like it has insane potential for me because like it was very fun. And the fact that there are combo pieces there and we'll learn to resource manage a bit better and the pace of the game will understand it a bit better. But not perfect yet. It feels like we will need some tweaks. No TCG is, YGOs came a long way.
Yeah.
And boy, there's a lot of cons to that as it is.
Yeah.
So nothing's perfect.
Absolutely. Speaking of nothing's perfect, do you want to talk about a quick experience with Wixis?
Yeah, sure.
Because, look, it's a good segue. Yeah, we played Wixis with our structure decks. We got a test duel up, or we got a test duel done. We'll be posting a video soon when we get a tripod, just to really like figure out the flow of the game. And it felt very bulk standard with the structure decks. I've looked into it a bit more, and I figured out there's a lot of stratagem with Ina control.
Ina control, okay.
And controlling your opponent's Ina.
That's what I was going to ask, because Ina control is one thing. That's pretty easy to manage your own. I didn't know you could do your opponents.
Well, think about it like this, right? For Wixis, if you don't know, when you destroy your opponent's monster, it gets vanished, where it goes to the Ina zone, right? And you can play 3 monsters in a turn if your cost is.
So what that means, Ina is just mana?
Ina is mana, essentially.
So
it's resources.
If you destroy an opponent's monster, it's more resource for them.
More resource for them. But what if I don't destroy one of your 1 costs? What if I just leave it for a while? What if I leave your 3 up, right? You can only add 1 Ina each turn, and you destroy mine, and I'm just getting more Ina, and I'm just going to starve you out.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, because you can't remove those cards on the field.
You can't remove your own ones.
Yeah.
I would have to remove them. What if I just freeze it, and it's a dead card on the field with a dead spot?
That really is kind of up to your opponent to get rid of it.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that.
And I just watched this. I watched this in a 2-minute video, right? And there's actually a lot of videos that people putting up about English Wixis. And it's like, okay, so even with the base starter decks, there's not as much combos with the cards, but we got to think about how to manage your opponent's we've had to manage our own resources, but this is in a game where we can now manage your opponent's resources.
That's interesting because okay, that's the level of strategy which I was hoping for. So when
Because it felt a bit unga bunga before.
it did feel very unga bunga, and it kind of is at its heart.
Yeah.
I was comparing it to Pokemon. Pokemon, I learned in an hour, and in my opinion, in the nicest way possible, and I mean it in a good way, it's the simplest TCG ever created.
And
Pokemon
there's
is-
nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing. It has,
There's a market for every difficulty level.
and it's great. You don't have to, think about 10 plays ahead. You think about for the next 2-3 plays, which really are going to matter because it is quite a slower TCG. Wixis kind of felt the same. Whilst it was a lot quicker, it did feel kind of the same. It's just planning for the next 2-3 steps. But yeah, if you're wanting to resource manage yourself, but also your opponent, that adds a lot into the game.
Right? So, for instance, Wixis, there's 3 lines of monsters that create a wall. And for the structure deck I'm using, it's all about making your opponent discard, right? Let's say on your turn, you play your 1 Ina, you set up 3 monsters, right? And then on my turn, I set up 3 monsters and I clear one of your lines. And then I make you discard a card. You went from 5, you played your Ina, you played your 3, and you've got like 3 cards in your hand. Comes to your turn, you play your second Ina, you're down to 2 cards. If you then summon a monster to fill that gap in your defense, you're down to 1 card. Comes and you clear my monsters. I put mine down. I clear 1 line, make you discard. You've now got 2 Ina, no cards in your hand.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's
The only there are
it's
ways.
not perfect.
Not
There's
perfect,
ways
'cause you've still
around
got
it.
you've still got the life cloth check as well, which is the security stack. So that will give you Ina as well. But I guess you can stunt it.
I can starve you out in a way. And because I feel like I felt the same way about Wix as you did, is I love the art, but it just felt a bit simple, right? And for a game that could be very complicated with their types, with the team setup, with the assists, with the L rigs, it just seemed a bit simple. So I just wanted to dig a little bit deeper. And I've already found something after 5 minutes of digging.
That's good. It means there's potential for more as well.
Gives me hope
Yeah,
that we're going
absolutely.
to get more and more into it.
Because, obviously YGO is probably the biggest combo-heavy TCG ever made.
Yeah.
There are combos in Magic. That's the grandfather of TCGs. Pokemon, there are combos in there. I'm familiar with some of my own, which are just fun to use. Digimon, when I first started playing that, even with just the starter deck, I could instantly tell they were strategies, they were play styles, they were gimmicks. Wasn't really relevant with Wixis, whilst there were like particular L-rig abilities.
Yeah.
I guess you can completely flip the way you play.
I think that's it.
And then certain L-rig assists can assist in that because you can swap them out and stuff. It's
Yeah.
really neat. I'm excited to get into it because like after we post our live duel video for Wixis, we'll probably get some more decks, and then we can start altering them and
Yeah.
changing the way we play.
So for those who don't know, we're going to get up a live duel of just the 2 structure decks as they come. So if you like the look of the duel, you can just pick up 2 structure decks and you have a similar sort of thing. Then we can edit our decks and sort of try and learn it a bit more and alter it and go from there. But yeah, I'm excited. Just learning that gives me hope that this game has life, because as we played it, that didn't have legs. That wasn't going to last.
No. It was very, very straightforward. I guess it is kind of good that it is straightforward at heart, though, because I can guarantee you Grand Archive is not going to be that simple.
No, and learning having 3 TCGs is 3 like high-end, extensive TCGs would just be too much.
Do you sometimes like find yourself astonished how deep we know YGO?
Yes and no. My brain will not remember what I had for dinner 2 nights ago, but I can remember like an ability in a game I haven't played for 7 years.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
So yes and no.
Yeah, because like when we played Gloomhaven, the tabletop board game,
Yeah.
that is really, really in depth. And to this day, we're probably still misplaying stuff.
Yeah.
And it's exactly like that with YGO, but it's a thing where like somehow we just know certain rules like the back of our hand. Like
That's true.
super easy. Whereas like when we were learning Grand Archive, it was like a new language.
But to be fair, since playing Master Duel, I feel like I've learned a lot more. And so I want to go over this. We'll probably go over off the pod because we're running out of time. But Master Duel, I feel like is going to change the way we play. I feel like we've been misplaying it a lot of ways.
Timing is a
Timing.
big thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Thank God. To the one person on Reddit that said he wasn't excited for Master Duel, didn't understand why. Fuck you. This is why. I now understand timing.
Yeah.
Insanely. It's so helpful.
Yeah.
The little chain animations, holy shit.
Incredible.
Love it.
We'll go into Master Duel real quick with our thoughts, right? I love it. Sorry. I booted it up. Thought this was really cool. I liked it. I hated it. I thought, I'm never touching this again. And now I like it.
Why?
Why what?
Why I'm never touching this again?
I was opening packs, I was playing decks, and I'm like, this will never replace physical card game. And I'm getting a bad experience from this, like I do with Ignis Pro and whatnot.
Okay.
And then I found a deck, and I just find a deck that works well for me in Master Duel.
Live Twin, right?
No,
No.
because they don't have their Link 4.
Trouble Sonny.
Doesn't make any sense.
Konami, what the fuck?
It's not even new.
So this was going to be my good and bad.
Zeus is out, but can't Trouble Sonny?
It's
Trap
I
Tricks, by the way.
love Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks Amazement, right?
Yep, the Trap Tricks come back in real life.
They are. And watch them be King of D. Sorry, Queen of D.
I'm running through all these nerds. It's great.
So I love Master Duel. I am slowly grinding. I am midway through gold tier, I believe.
It's just timing. I'll get to where you are. We'll grind more. It's just it's a lot.
I initially thought it would be hard to build decks, but then I realized I can just dismantle all the shit that I don't want.
I love this card pack system.
I like it.
Oh, you open a pack, you found a staple for this archetype. Here's a pack dedicated to it and a one other you may like.
Makes it so fucking good. And I was...
Geist and Live Twin are in the same pack.
Bro, so were Tri-Brigade and Dogmatica.
Yeah, right?
I was so hyped.
Yeah.
I probably opened 40 packs of just that. I blew so many gems on that. So the thing I like about it is, yes, we like the fact that you get the secret packs and they just have 1 to 2 archetypes of all the cards you could want.
Yep.
It's fantastic. The other thing I like is you can actually force that secret pack. If you craft
a super rare or higher, you force a free pack.
Yep. I stumbled across that by accident the other night. And I was like, because I was trying to build Virtual World, and I just for the life of me could not get the secret pack.
I was trying to build Live Twin, and I'm like, I'm just going to fucking craft one and do it slowly.
Yep. Gives you the key for it, gives you the pack. Love it.
Yeah.
It limits the amount of grinding you have to do. And even if you don't get the ultra rare cards you want, dismantle it and get the ultra rare cards you want.
Yeah.
I love that. So I've got play sets of the fucking hand traps that I'm running now, and the meta is
The only hand trap
wild.
I'm running 1 Ash and 3 Max Cs.
3. I'm only running 1 Max C, and that's
If you special summon near me, go fuck
yeah,
yourself.
Look, if I play Virtual World against you, I'm screwed. I legit, people say Max C stops turns. Someone dared to do a fucking Max C against me, and I stopped. Because I needed to summon 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you 2 hands.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. So, we love the pack system. I kind of love everything about it, except why is it using an old OCG ban list? Why are not all the cards in the game? Why is Trouble Sonny in the game? Why is Diamond not in the game? I can't run some of the cards in some of the decks I'm trying to run because they're just not in the freaking game.
What the fuck? And it's not like Burst of Destiny. It is... Oh, is it because it's the latest TCG set?
Well, this is if we're using an old OCG set. OCG have had stuff months.
I just need clarification.
I don't know why.
I think this is the world mixture where they're using an OCG ban list with everything except the latest TCG set. Because it is the latest... Burst of Destiny was the latest mainline set to come out. And I feel like Burst of Destiny will come into the game when Battle of Chaos... What's the new one coming out?
Battle of Chaos.
Battle of Chaos comes out in the TCG.
But wouldn't that mean Grand Creators would have to come first?
Mainline set.
So we're going to skip stuff.
What are we skipping?
So it means, for example, Zektrike is in Grand Creators. I mean, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, also fuck that. That new Altergeist trap card that never made it to the TCG is in the game.
That doesn't make any sense. And you know what?
But multi-fakers at 1. I can't play the fucking deck, dude.
Kagari's at 1 in Sky Striker.
Go fuck yourself. I'm so happy. If I can't play Live Twin or Geist, you can't play Sky Striker.
I'm not bothering with Sky Striker because I've gotten so used to play it in the TCG format. That's my biggest gripe is I hate the fact that it's using an old OCG ban list and it doesn't have all the current cards because it's meant to be tournament ready.
Yeah.
It's meant to...
If I can play against people in Japan, which I have been a lot in ranked.
I mean, whooping them.
Yeah. You little Japanese cherry boys. Come here holding these L's. But then what the fuck is this? It doesn't make any sense. It seems like they didn't know what to do, so they tried to appease to both. Oh, OCG ban list with TCG current list. But it's not either.
It's the thing, like, you can totally just toggle a thing. And I'm like, when I'm going ranked, am I doing OCG or am I doing TCG? That's the problem solved if you really wanted to do both. It is literally just the flick of a switch.
Yeah.
Because it just enables certain numbers of cards. And I just, as a TCG player, I would love the TCG numbers because all our decks are built around the TCG. Even though not meta relevant,
we could still whoop.
What I wanted to do
was test our decks against the meta.
I was going to do that, and I'm doing quite well right now with 9 hand traps. But you really
I'm doing really well. Never drawn Maxi in my life. Bro, I'm winning off pure trap tricks and fucking Arlecchino.
My thing with it is I wanted to build a meta deck that's proven in online ranked that I can take to locals. Because I can't take my shit to locals. No. I've got 15 decks that aren't meta relevant. I wanted one that's tried and tested online in ranked, but I can't do that because it's OCG related and it doesn't make any sense. So it's like, because I can't take 3 Max C's to locals. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
It's Master Duel list. This is probably going to be its own thing. There's going to be OCG, TCG, and Master Duel.
Which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm having fun.
Because this was supposed to be the uniter.
Yeah.
And it feels like either no side are happy.
Yeah, I don't think either side are happy. Like, I still find myself predominantly playing EDO to test stuff out.
Can you imagine, right? You're a Japanese player. You're playing the OCG. And you boot up Master Duel, and you're a year behind.
Yeah, that's fucking confusing. The OCG players are confused. The TCG players are confused.
Like, we're annoyed because we're a set behind. They're a year behind.
We're like 2 sets behind. Dimension Force is out, I believe.
Yeah,
we're 2 sets behind. We literally today just got Grand Creators.
Well, so, they're 2 mainline sets behind. 3.
I don't get it. Konami, fix your shit. I'm enjoying the game. I have not spent money on it because it's 16 AUD for 110 pool.
You also don't need to.
Don't need to. But I was like willing. You know when we play free games?
I was willing.
The
moment I booted up, I'm like, okay, let's see what... Because we spend money on real Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm willing to spend money on this. Because it should last like 10 years, right? That's the point. No. Those prices are like FGO bad.
They are in USD.
Well, they're not FGO bad.
No, nothing's that bad. But yeah, in USD, so it's a bit heartbreaking as an Australian player. But it's fine. It'll be like it had 250,000 concurrent players.
Oh, it's like topping Steam charts.
It is wild. Like, who was it? It was Paul from APS said we're kind of like in the renaissance of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Everyone's playing it.
But here's an annoying thing. I play a lot of gachas, right? I've played so many on release. I've played ones years later. I've played dying ones. When a gacha is released, because, gacha, you do pulls to get units or, for instance, cards. On opening, they give everyone gifts in the gift box.
Where's my gift?
Where are the gifts?
Where the fuck's my gift?
Right? Did you notice in the menus a little gift box?
There is.
Nothing.
Where's my gift, Konami? I paid your free game.
But it's a good thing. You know what I mean?
I know.
But like, I'm not saying, hey, give us whatever. You know those shitty packs you get when you level up? The
legacy packs.
Yeah. Just give us 10 of those.
Those are full of dirt.
They're fucking useless.
Dirt. I even looked at what are the ultra rares I can get? I think the best is Blue Eyes. No one runs Blue Eyes anymore. It's not 2006.
But give us something. You know what I mean?
Give us, I would love it if I ranked up. 100 gems is cool. Just give me a free pack of the Master Duel pack.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what's in it, because that could lead me to a secret pack.
Yes. And it encourages you to start grinding more and potentially spend money.
Also, did you like the guaranteed card packs?
Guaranteed card packs.
Did you not know? Have you not seen that?
I've had the pity system.
No. So, I think it's in bundles where...
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Lightning Storm,
Yeah.
Ash, and whatever.
Yep.
They were the first things I did. And I'm like, wow, this is so good. It's shit.
I mean, it got me my first Ash.
Yes, but it's like they're easy to craft.
So yes and no. I have currently about 1,000 super rare, like crafting things. I had a few hundred ultra rares, why I have so many hand traps. They go really quick.
That's true, actually.
Really quick, because it's not only... I mean, obviously, you want to get your staples like your hand traps, your lightning storms, things like that.
Do you know you can play 3 upstarts?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild, the old OCG. But because those will go across every single deck you build.
Yeah.
But then you've got to think, oh, if I want to build Virtual World, 3 of those extra deck monsters are ultra rare. If I want to do Tri-Brigade, Shrags, ultra rare. If I want to do, Sky Striker, ultra rare, and they start adding up a lot.
That's true.
And if you dismantle 1, you only get 10, you need 30 for 1 card. So you need to pull 3
Unless
ultra
you pull
rares.
the shiny version.
For 15.
No, 30.
No, it's to generate is 30.
No, I mean like the
full-
rainbow foil.
You know what card I pulled in that foil?
What's that?
Ecclesia. I'm not joking.
I pulled one of the Trap Tricks XEs.
Yes. We're
Yeah.
going to have a grand old time. I'm not running.
We haven't dueled each other yet.
I'm not playing Dogmatica right now because I'm waiting for the branded stuff to come, which is probably going to be a year from now because of this list.
Oh, I can't play Live Twin Geist. I haven't even looked at Dragon Maid.
Last thing I want to say, y'all don't know how to handle Springans in ranked. No one knows what the fuck they're doing in ranked against Springans.
Look, I haven't even played that much ranked. I'm a silver 1. I'm still versing dudes running basic bullshit.
Oh, it is kind of
I'm
cool.
running 3 bottomless trap holes and y'all getting trapped.
Bro, every time I've limited my traps because every time I run a fucking trap, it gets feather dusted.
That's so weird to me, just getting feather dusted.
Every time I've limited my back row because of it.
I'm playing trap tricks. I don't have a choice.
You gotta run Sky Prison. I'm telling you, your shit's immune to it. It's meta. It doesn't matter. It's meta.
I looked at how much that card was, by the way, in real life.
It's like 40, 50 bucks, right?
It's expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive.
One more thing I need to yell about.
Yeah.
So, last week, I cracked and bought Constella, right? Off eBay in America. All super rare, bought pretty much deck, right? Not going to be good. Then recently, I've been looking up trying to make them good. All right, cool. I need Galaxy Soldier. 1 printing. Ultra rare Duelist Saga.
Does he only have 1? No.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he's got more than that, right?
Galaxy Soldier, he's level 5.
Oh, I think I'm thinking
You're
of the
thinking of a
level 8.
different one.
I'm thinking of level 8.
This guy's $35. I need 3 of him. Make this deck good. I'm not paying.
No. Because Consola are never going to be more than D tier.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like, they're going to be battling it out with Trap Tricks and Evil Swarm.
Trap tricks. Bruh, trap tricks are good now that I've learned how they work.
You've got to understand our meta, though. Are they being tailored for our meta or
Master Duel?
Master Duel.
I mean, all I do is I set some trap holes and...
It didn't work last time because our back row...
But now I know the combos.
What, you just set one after the other?
But the new cards, look, it'll work, trust.
Our back row removal is so heavy in our meta.
Look, it's working currently.
Look, that's fine because you're playing against players that play Dino Mist. I played one motherfucker playing Dino Mist.
Yeah?
And I was playing run-of-the-mill, like, 1 Fluidily in Dogmatica because I didn't have the crafting material for the other 2.
And you stomped him, huh?
I stomped him.
I got mooped by a hero player.
Oh, I've not run into a hero player yet.
He ran through me.
Shit.
Got malicious baned.
Ooh, I got absolutely whooped by a Cyber Dragon player. I was playing Virtual World. He fucking knew. He knew how I played. Because like I pitched Kinlong to the grave to do a search. I needed to banish it. As soon as it went there, called by.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Oh, it was DD Crowed. You motherfucker. How dare you?
How dare you?
And it stopped me. I couldn't do anything from there after he maxed me last fucking
I
turn.
can't wait. I've done like 10 duels since adding Maxis. I haven't drawn it once. I'm just so excited.
I've not been able to use it yet.
So
But-
excited.
Ash and Ghost Ogre, they're real.
They're real.
They real. Despite the fact that it screws up my consistency
does
heavily,
matter.
holy crap, dude. It's nuts. But then I remember Ghost Ogring someone's Cyber Dragon Infinity just for them to make it again. That was real fun. Thanks, guy.
I love that I can't talk to him. I love that.
I keep trying to chat to people. I'm like,
I
oh yeah,
type.
it doesn't have this. Because I want to go, you fucking asshole. How dare you ash me?
I want them to feel my soul.
Right? Like, when I'm playing PS5 and I'm playing golf, y'all are getting roasted. Because I'm cooking everyone. But I can't do that in Master Duel, and I wish I could.
Okay, let's wrap it up because we've gone over time. This
Yeah,
feels like
that's-
an episode of Low Block because we've gone over.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
It's been
except
fun.
people are going to watch this.
It's been doing well. Shout out to everyone which has been watching the episodes of the Misplay and any of our other stuff.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it.
100%.
Thank you for getting through our first 30 minutes of this just ranting about grand creators.
Yeah.
But if you stuck around the end, it was quite joyful. Stick around for the next episode. We'll be going up whenever it decides to go up. And yeah, if you guys want to recommend some deck builds, we'll build some stuff or some videos in general. Please, for the love of God, go watch our 5-minute deck build challenge
It's
video.
so funny. I've watched it like 3 times. It's really good editing too. You're awful at Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. I watched it 3 times. You fucking suck.
I didn't read any. You know what it was?
You didn't read anything and you didn't look at levels. You're like, that looks like 8.
It's
You're a
exactly
fucking
what it
idiot.
was.
You're a fucking idiot.
This looks like it said from the hand. I thought from the graveyard. I just thought it meant that. I had 5 minutes. It was stressful. But the next one will go up soon.
I can't wait because I love watching this. I've watched it 3 times. I might watch it again. Do you know what I watched last night? Cookery in Color. Great video. Bye. Oh, it's fucking hot in here.
Bye-bye.